Welcome to Becoming a Cook. I'm Charlie Wetzel. Today I want to talk to you about garlic. I'm a big lover of garlic powder and granulated garlic, but sometimes only fresh garlic will do. First, let me show you how you're going to buy garlic. When you go to the grocery store, you'll see usually a bin with garlic cloves like this, or you might see it in little boxes. You might even see something called elephant garlic. The value of elephant garlic is the cloves are huge, which makes them really, really easy to peel. But I don't really like the flavor of elephant garlic, so I don't buy it. I'm usually on the lookout for a head of garlic that's got nice big cloves, and I want to make sure I don't have any cloves that are shrunken or discolored. I'm going to start by just giving this a press to break this apart. Here I've got my individual cloves. I give this a wrap with the side of a knife to crack those papers to make it easier to peel. And then I take the stem end off, but I leave the paper partially connected so I can give it a rip and then try to peel it. Now, sometimes it doesn't peel very easily, and I'll just give it a little bit of a cut, and that helps this come off more easily. If you're a little bit squeamish about working in your hand, then go ahead and put the garlic on the board, give it a cut. Once again, I didn't cut all the way through so that I can start the peel with that. Sometimes if you give it another little pop, this comes right off. So if you're doing garlic for a dish, typically you want it minced up. Start by putting it on your board, smash it with your knife. Most of the work's already been done for you. Then cut it lengthwise, give it a quarter turn, and chop. So, minced garlic. For some recipes, like when I make my marinara sauce, I'll actually do this in slivers, and that's just the smaller you make garlic, or the smaller you cut it, the stronger the flavor is. If you really want a strong garlic flavor, you can make garlic paste. Start off the same way. At this point, you put salt on this. You take a fork and you crush it. Now I'm going in the direction that it's laid out first, and then I'm going to turn it, similar to when I cut it, and I'm going to keep working this until it pulverizes. This is the strongest preparation you can do for the most flavor. When I make guacamole, that's what I use. When you want to roast garlic, you're going to roast it with the entire head, and you want to keep it all together. So in the grocery store, sometimes I'll peel back these layers so that I can see whether the cloves are large or not. But if you're going to do roasted garlic, you don't want to peel that back because you want this to hold together. So I'm just going to give this a cut, and I'm trying to hold this pretty stable, straight through. Looks kind of like a flower, doesn't it? You can roast both sides of this or just the larger side. That was a tough one, and it's a little bit lopsided. So I'm going to have to recut that, and we'll see if it holds together, and if it doesn't, I may not be able to use it. But I've got to get a better cut. You can see I lost part of it. Let me do another one. That's better. So, pie pan. Pie pan. A little bit of extra virgin olive oil. Just enough to coat the bottom. A little bit of thyme leaves. You just want to kind of perfume it a little bit. And then put your garlic cloves, cut side down, in the pie pan. And because I've got the room, I'm going to put the bottoms in too, because they'll roast. They don't have as much garlic in them, but they still have enough to make it worthwhile. Foil. You just want to seal this so that it steams a little bit, and then this goes into a 350 oven. This has been in for 30 minutes. Nice and steamy. What I want to check is the color and the softness of the garlic. So that's the kind of color I'm looking for on the bottom of this. It's very hot. The thing about roasted garlic is it softens in terms of its flavor and it starts to get sweeter. So a piece of garlic like this is really good, say, on a pizza, either putting it on before you put it in or after. It's good on pasta. It's good on a cracker. And if this is done right, it should just softly squish, which this did. That's really good. The easiest way to serve it is just to give it a squeeze and pop them out. And if it's so soft that it kind of crushes as it squeezes, that's okay. So, garlic 3 ways, maybe the best being roasted. Thanks for coming to becoming a cook. I might eat all of those.